Well guys, I'm pretty excited. After my last video, I've been working on this thing and working on this thing and working on this thing, and I replaced everything that was shot. And I replaced a lot. I replaced the output FETs were all good, but I replaced them anyways. Replaced all the input FETs. I replaced a few of these little tiny diodes in front of the input FETs. And I couldn't get this thing running. I replaced the caps. It had a bad cap. I don't know if that was causing it to fail or not. But anyways, I finally figured it out. So this heatsink here has these little screws. Let's over this. And the screw has this tiny little bit of plastic that's supposed to insulate it from the casing, this heatsink. And what was happening is, so on these FETs, I'll show you on these bigger ones. So the middle pin here is connected directly to the heatsink. So you cannot connect all these to each other, or it will. It's like a dead short. And so that's what was happening with the screws on this one. So what eventually it clicked in my mind. So I started testing to see because it was a dead short. And here's the result, people. Fantastic. It's working. Turn it off because I don't want these things getting hot. Nothing's hot. Nope, we're good. Very, very happy. Now, maybe I'll even put this little LED light plugged into here and see if it works. The output was turning on, so I would think it should work. If I can figure out which way this plug goes in here. There we go. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah. Fantastic. Anyways, thanks for watching guys. I'll be posting this after. I contacted them. They only sent me one email back saying that I've opened it, I've fiddled with it, now they don't really want to help me fix it. So I sent them back, okay fine, I'm just not giving anybody links to your site anymore. That's it. I definitely don't recommend this inverter anymore, even though I got this one running. I'm hoping now with the modifications I've made it'll be reliable. I just gotta clean up some of those soldering joints and I should be good. Well guys, put it back together, it's working. And one thing I wanted to show you guys when working on these inverters that's extremely dangerous is these output caps. They got 100, 200 volts around there. And I got this angle grinder here. See that? And I'm just arcing it across the capacitor. And see that? That is what could stop your heart potentially. So be extremely careful. Always discharge your caps. I leave it on, but that only discharges the input caps. The output caps are still very, very live. Gotta be extremely careful with them. Anyways, thanks for watching guys. It looks like the unit's gonna work again. Now I'm gonna be putting it back on the wall and using it. Shooting with my cell phone again because my Sony's dead. I forgot to charge it. Whoops. But I am very happy guys. I have an optional, or a fully working power wall again. I got my charge controller hooked up, which is working. A fully charged battery bank. And I'm gonna turn this heater off, which is running off my massive bank. Okay, so let's plug this into this one. See what happens. If it breaks, you guys are gonna see it. Actually, you know what? I do want to leave it on. I swapped it around because heat likes to flow that way. I put thermal paste on everything that could use thermal paste. 80 watts. Fantastic. And it's working. Oh, this is on for some reason. Let's turn that off. There we go. Oh, this is awesome, guys. Powerwall is back at it. Oh, I'm very happy. I was starting to think I wasn't going to be able to fix it. Now it's working. Anyways, all right, that's sweet. Wow, I'm very skeptical what I want to push this to now. I brought the internal fuses down from 75 amps total to 50 amps, hoping that'll help. The MOSFETs, I bought a really nice, good quality MOSFET. Put it on the input side. What I believe happened, this is what I think happened. I don't know for sure, but what happens is with these, all of these MOSFETs, they have this on the back, like this. Let's pull these forward so I can show you guys. Okay. So they stick this, and they're like there, and then they have insulation in between. Focus. Okay, they have insulation between the MOSFET and this backing, because these MOSFETs cannot, this back metal piece can't be grounded to any of the other MOSFETs. They all have to be completely separate. But then they give you these little screws, like this, right here. So, this little screw with this little plastic isolator goes through the hole, and then that keeps the MOSFETs from grounding out, because it's got that little sleeve, that little plastic sleeve. But I'm not sure what the melting point on these little plastic things are, but if those fail, and like these end up touching, grounding out against this heat sink, then that's what kills your inverter immediately. It fries it. One thing that I didn't do on the new one, see, they have screw holes here that come from the outside of the case, and a long screw screws into there, and that's what holds the motherboard inside from moving, which I didn't like, because I'm hanging it vertically, which is always, it's always pulling this, trying to pull it up, always like that. So what I did is I left this loose inside, like not loose, it's screwed to the main board and it's screwed to the MOSFETs, but it's not screwed to the case at all. It's bottoming out from the case to the bottom of the fan, which is just fine. Or actually no, it's hitting it's bottoming it out on this front here, which I'd way rather do that than the way they had it, because I believe that's part of the failure, and the fact that these were melting. So yeah, we got lots of spare parts. Those are output MOSFETs we got spare parts of. I got lots of extra input MOSFETs. So as long as I can keep figuring this inverter out whenever it stops working, which I'm hoping it doesn't do again because of the way I changed some things inside, I might wire these fans to just run half speed all the time. We'll see though. I'm gonna let this go tonight, and yeah. So success. Very, very happy right now to have it back up and running. One thing though, I used to love it, say everybody should buy these things, but having two fail in a row, they're both the 60 volt model, mind you. I haven't had any problems with my 12 volt model yet, but having two of these fail in a row, that's not very, it's not saying much for the company. So decide for yourself if it's worth it or not. But for me, I had to buy it. It's the only 60 volt I can get that works with these battery packs. So as soon as another company makes one, maybe I'll try theirs. As I just fixed this, I want to do a little bit of a stress test on 750 watts just to make sure this thing isn't going to fry in the middle of the night on me. So here's hoping nothing goes wrong inside. So that's fan. And that is heat. Everything seems good. The inverter doesn't seem to be having any issues with it. Everything seems to be working just fine. the inverter's not making any bad noises. So it looks like we're in business. Throwing some heat. Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, I'm satisfied with that. That was just a little test. If it can run that for a bit, it'll have no problem running my office. So as long as nothing internally goes. Still not 100% sure what caused it. Could have been the capacitors. It could have been, there's lots of little things that could have gone wrong, but it's working. Thanks for watching, guys.